Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Sarah. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. As always, I really appreciate you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, then what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe now. And thank you for my new subscribers. We are growing slowly but surely, so thank you guys so much. So today we're going to do a really fun look. It's actually a trend, a technique, if you will. We are doing the fox eye makeup trend. It is so trendy right now. It's so beautiful, and I think you guys will really love this tutorial. And once you do your makeup this way, if you're like me, then you're just gonna keep doing it this way. So let's go ahead and get into the video. I really just like this look because it falls under the category of natural looking makeup, and if you guys know by now, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know natural is kind of like what I lean towards. So I'm super excited to show you guys how to do this trend. It's actually really easy, and it's just such a really beautiful, effortless looking. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and my makeup has already been done, my face makeup. So I've already got my line going here. I'm just gonna take some MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm just gonna intensify that contour that I did with my cream contour. And if you don't know how to do that, I have another video. You can go ahead and check that out. And I also have a blog, so I will link both of those in the description. So first, we just want to get this down because this is a really important step. This is where we start creating the depth for the look. So I go on the outside corner and I lift it up. I go with the concealer that I've already placed, which is already lifting the eye. So there's a lot of factors here. My face makeup has already set the base for this look. So you want to make sure you check that video out too, because I really show how to do that. And then I'm setting it pretty much with this powder, which is, it's a bronzer. And if you don't know, bronzer is such a great transition shade. So bronzer is a really good transition shade. If you feel like you don't have the perfect brown, bronzer is the way to go. And I'm just going to use this first, and as you can see, this already gives me like a fox, like a cat eye illusion, which is exactly what we're going for. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another brown. So we're really just going to start intensifying it. This is what we used to do for the crease. We used to go in with a transition color, deepen it. So it's the same concept of depth, but we're actually just doing it on the outer corner to lift the eye. So it's giving the illusion of a cat eye. So we're using the same concepts, but in a different technique, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush, and honestly, once you get this technique down, you can do it with any color that you'd like. The possibilities are endless with this. So it's really all about learning techniques. So I'm going to do a brown because I feel like that's the most natural, it's easy, it's good territory to begin. Or I could use my Friendcation palette by A Dose of Colors and use the 3 browns I have going there. The first brush I went in with is a 224, a MAC 224. Now I'm going to go in with a MAC 217. This is actually a Morphe 433 brush. It's just like the MAC 217. So I'm going to go in with the lightest brown in the palette first, and I'm going to go in the crease. The bronzer, I'm telling you, the first step did a lot of the work. We don't really need to go over those areas just yet with the color. I just want to kind of to bring the crease into the mix. So now I'm going to go in with an even smaller blending brush. What I'm going to do with this is take the next darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to just go on the outer corner. I'm just gonna press and then blend. You want to make sure you're precise, so that's why I press the powder first, the eyeshadow. And you want it to go in that same direction as we did the bronzer. So this is really starting to lift the eye now. We're just adding the depth. So again, it's really just about placing it and then blending it. So you really want to get into the habit of placing it first, which is like dabbing it on and then blending it out. And you always want to blend out in the direction outwards because we're lifting the eye. So see, if I were to lift my eye, it would go like this. So that's how you want to blend it out. Holding the brush correctly is a huge factor. You want to make sure you have a very light touch. You don't want to be like pressing the makeup on. So holding it at the end of the brush really helps you have that control, that light touch. And then I'm not going to pick up any more product, and you can see I'm just literally just dragging it out, dragging it out. And if you feel like it's gone too far out for you or it's too dark, then just take a clean brush and just blend the edges. So it's all in how you hold the brush. It'll really do a lot of the work for you. And I do my face makeup first because it really sets the face. It gets the base ready. So I have the concealer here, and now I know with the eyeshadow, I don't want to go past that line. So I'm following my lower lash line up with the concealer, and the eyeshadow is just going right along there. So we're literally almost done. So I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to show you guys some brushes that are really good to have in order to get this look. Let's see. So I have a favorite brush that I like using. Not everyone's going to have this brush, but you can go ahead and purchase it as well. I'll put a link for it, but I'll show you other brushes that you can use. What you really want is a small brush that's really going to hug that corner of the eye. You want the brush to be right here. So this is a brush from a company called Crease, and it's the LR003 Flat Angle Diffuser. I've never seen another brush like this. This is the first thing I noticed about them, is they had this really unique brush. And actually, as of lately, when I started doing this eye trend, I found it to be super, super helpful. This is how I kind of started doing it. One day I didn't want to do a wing, so I just wanted to use my eyeshadow, and I used this brush, and it was bomb. Effortless, like it came out perfect. And ever since then I've been doing my makeup with this technique. But if you don't have that brush on hand right now, a lot of people I know have pencil brushes. So you can also use a pencil brush. You just have to be careful with this because it is a little bit more fluffy. I would say it's not as precise as that brush, but a pencil brush will do as well. The next brush you can use is you can use like a flat definer brush. A lot of companies have this. Morphe, a lot of companies. Elf, you can get them at Target. So it's just a definer brush. And you can do another definer brush, but this one has an angle. So either one, those last two are really important as well. If you want it to get really crispy, then you're going to need those also. It's flat top and it's angled. So something about it just fits like right here. So now what I'm going to do, just to start off, is I'm going to take the second darkest shade that I already took. Gonna pack it onto the brush, but I'm gonna try to get it on the angle that's going up. And then I'm gonna go for my lower lash line and just really smudge the shadow there. And because it's a smaller brush, you're gonna start to see definition in the color because it's packing it on. And you literally just go with the shape of your eye. So I'm going to do both sides. You're not going to see too much because I'm using the same color I already used. I just like to do this to make sure for a better blend. So this is how you can use a shadow color in multiple ways to kind of add depth. It really depends on the precision and the blending, but you can get one color to look 3 different ways if you really wanted to. So now I'm going to go in with the darkest shade, and I'm going to do the same thing. You really want to use your own eye right there, and just, it's almost like you're doing eyeliner, so like a wing. So you go on like the lower or the outer eyelash line, and then you right here in this corner, you just, it's so easy. This brush makes it so easy too. So you want to make sure you get a little bit on the lash line as well, but what you're using as your guide is your lower lash line. Don't go on the lower lash line, just use it as the guide. And look how precise that is. No fallout, nothing. Everything is already lifted. So now the only problem with this palette is it doesn't have a black. This step isn't necessary, but I feel like it really gives the fox eye look. So I'm going to go ahead and take the flat diffuser brush. So it's just a flat brush. I'm going to go in with black. And I'm literally just going to do the same thing. It's just like you're doing liquid liner. Okay, so I got a little carried away there. It's just gonna intensify it so it looks like there was a wing pretty much. But you're just gonna wanna stamp it on. And go a little bit on the outer corner. So the next trick to the fox eye is the inner lash line. So you're gonna take black or dark brown. You could use the dark brown as well if you don't want it to be super obvious, but you need that flat brush. And you're gonna go ahead and put the shadow there. So this really is giving the illusion of a longer, more catty eye because we're only highlighting the corners of the eyes. So it really elongates everything. And the concealer and the shape out here is really lifting the eyes, which give it that cat eye look. Okay guys, and that's honestly it. That really is it for the fox eye trend. I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara and eyelashes on really quick off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, so I put eyelashes on, and then I put my mascara on my bottom eyelashes, put some lipstick on, and that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's such a fun trend. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. It's just a really beautiful way to accentuate your eyes, and I love it so much. I'm going to keep doing it. If you want to see other colors, then we can go ahead and do other colors next time. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!